bro. It's like listening to someone like lick a lollipop and like eat peaches at the same time. But like from 6 other people, and I'm in the front seat. I'm like, what the frick is going on, bro?
We're live.
We're live.
Hey!
Yo.
Número tres.
Three. Number 3.
How are you, Shawn? How are you?
Doing wonderful, brother. Doing wonderful, man. We have hit it, bro. Number 3.
Number 3. So today's topic is gonna be a little bit also down the memory lane. So last episode, if you guys haven't checked it out, we talked about our memories working at Chick-fil-A and what we learned, what we experienced, all that kind of fun, all that jazz. Make sure you open the second episode on my YouTube channel, Steven Silalahi. And today's episode, we're gonna talk about high school memories a little bit. Am I right, Shawn?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. On that note, let me ask you a question first, though.
What's up, man?
What did you have for breakfast?
Oh my god.
You know it's coming. Yeah, today.
I didn't have breakfast.
Well done.
I mean, it wasn't more so like a choice. It was more so like I didn't have an opportunity to. So
because you were working.
Yeah, dude, I got off work late. We had a last minute call that took about like 2 hours. So I got home at like 10 and fell right asleep. So
Gotcha. And I can't believe my answer. My answer is actually the same. I had 2 pieces of bread with peanut butter and Nutella, a banana, and a yogurt.
Oh my goodness, bro!
Oh my! I can't believe
you need some variety in your life, bro.
No, I do have variety. It's just that every time I record the podcast that night, I always have the same breakfast. But
did you put the Nutella down first this time, or the peanut butter? I feel like that'd be the only way that it would change for you, bro.
No, it's 2 different slices. So one slice is peanut butter, and the other slice is Nutella, and a banana and a blueberry yogurt instead of strawberry this time, or peach.
Okay, you changed it up a little bit. I see, bro. Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna stroll down the memory lane a little bit. As some of you guys may know, me and Shawn went to the same high school. I mean, that's kind of where we met.
Yes,
that's kind of where our story began. Carlsbad High School's year of what? 2013.
2013.
Holy moly, bro!
It's been, my gosh, 7 years, man. It's been 7 years.
Years since high school graduation. It felt like yesterday. It's crazy. We're getting old, man.
Don't say. I knew you were gonna say that. Don't say that to me, bro.
I know.
Dang it, man.
I know. Well, to start the topic, I want to ask you this, Shawn.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first day of high school?
Yes, very well, and I think that kind of shaped me into the person I was throughout high school.
All right, give me the month, give me the year.
What year would that be? 2009, right?
Right.
Yeah, 2009. Yes. It'd be August. I don't know whenever school started, but I think it was in August.
That sounds right.
So August of 2009, 2009. At that time, I was short. I am still kind of short, but I'm like significantly shorter. No build to me. Like you guys knew if you listened to the first episode. My nickname was Meatball.
That's right.
Simple topic. I don't know if you guys have seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but there's a character on there named Meatwad, which is literally just a ball of meat. Now
I've never heard of that show before. Where's that show from?
It's an old school show that I used to watch on Adult Swim. It's kind of like a...
Oh, okay.
Adult Swim. It was on Adult Swim, yeah.
Got it. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, right? And then, it was basically that with toothpicks. So that's basically, to image it, that's what I looked like in freshman year in high school. But the first day, I remember, I was able to get through the whole day. Just all up into lunch, feeling good. I'm like, all right, cool. I think I can start understanding the role that I was supposed to play as a freshman in high school.
Did you have any friends?
At the time, just from whatever I knew from middle school.
Gotcha. That's what I thought.
Yeah, so I had a few friends in my classes, but not too many. A lot of having to meet new people. Right after the last class. So at Carlsbad, we actually did block scheduling. So we had 3 classes a day for 2 hours each.
Right.
So after the last class, I was walking out of the English building. And the way the English building is set up, it goes right out into the main, I guess you'd say, plaza of the high school. So when I walked out, I noticed a big circle had already formed in front of the doors, and I was like, are these all people just trying to get out? So I some way, I made my way towards the middle of the circle, and it was something like, you know, in Spider Man when he's like the first original with Tobey Maguire, when he's facing
Uh
the locker room, and then like Spidey Vision comes in and
huh.
just dodges a fist. That was so similar to what I experienced because I turn to my right and I see a fist, and I move out of the way, and I didn't realize that the chick was trying to fight another
Mhm.
chick that, and I just happened to walk into the middle of it without knowing. It was a
Hold
fight.
on.
Yes.
Your first day of school, the first thing you
Yes.
experienced is a cat fight.
Yes, it was basically what appeared to be either like some type of like rivalry or whatever because this chick looked thugged out, and the chick she was fighting was a thugged out chick that was also pregnant. So basically, it was 2 on 1.
Oh, pregnant.
Bro, it
So what?
was
15 and pregnant? 14?
yeah, dude. It was weird because
That's
the
crazy.
pregnant chick got knocked. She fell down. Everyone went crazy, and I was just like and I did what any responsible adult would do at that time. I turned around and walked away because I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
Always with you, man. I don't get it.
Well, just like younger, I was like, "Yo, what am I supposed to do, bro?" Like start swinging at two chicks? Like, no, what the heck? No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
They probably would have beat
true.
me up too.
That's crazy, man. The first thing you
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, bro. So from that moment on, I was very scared of girls up until like maybe sophomore year of high school, because I was like, "Yo, someone's gonna fight me, bro." So, but yeah,
That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. What about you, bro? So you came from Indonesia?
I did.
I forget what year. So what was the year and kind of what was that like immediate culture like change from Indonesian school system and American school system?
Well, 100% different. Well, first of all, you started in 2009 as a freshman, right? Well,
Yes.
in Indonesia, middle school ends at
Mm-hmm.
ninth grade. So middle school is 7,
Mm,
8, ninth grade. So I actually, moved out of Indonesia to America was 2010.
mm,
And then I arrived late August, so school already started actually.
mm-hmm,
So my first day at Carlsbad High, it was September, early September.
mm-hmm.
Everybody was already started school. They already like a weekend or two for classes, and it
Yeah.
was my first day, and it was super nerve wracking. I was
Hmm.
tiny. I looked like a super hungry Indonesian boy. I was skinny. My hair was not combed. Like I didn't care about my look at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember getting dropped off by my aunt, and I remember my grandma came with me too.
Mm-hmm.
And I got down, and everyone was just so tall, everywhere,
Yeah,
girls and
bro.
guys. Because in Indonesia, I'm an average height, but in here, bro, I'm nothing. I'm Hobbit. I'm I'm Bilbo Baggins. Yeah, I remember this really clearly. So I walked in, and then I remember I had a small piece of paper with my schedule on, because a week prior to that, I kind of had a short meeting with one of the counselors
Uh-huh.
but that's all I hit. I went to the school to meet with the counselor and get my classes and my books.
Mm-hmm.
So the actual first day of school already had my schedule.
Yeah.
So my first class of the day was geometry with Miss
Mm.
Tompkinson.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, Tomsky. Yeah.
the missus, not the mister.
Yeah.
I remember walking in, and there was a swarm of people, bro. It was like literally like a march. People going to school from outside where people are getting dropped off to the classes.
Mm.
I didn't know where to go. I don't know. I don't know the map whatsoever. Zero. So I
Yeah.
just kind of followed the river. And then I finally asked this girl, because, like, hey, with my broken English at the time, like, do you know where this class is?
Oh my
It
gosh,
was
I could
really
hear the
bad.
accent and that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what this is? I'm trying to get to my class. I was probably talking like that. And she said, oh, actually, the class is next to me. You just follow me. And I'm like, okay. I don't remember who she was. I don't think we ever talked again at the time, but she was blonde. That's what I can remember for sure. And then so I walked to the class. It's not what I expected at all. Because
Mm.
growing up, I was watching all these high school movies, such as Glee, High School Musical. It's always like an
Oh
indoor
yeah.
high school with like lockers all over the wall, and then you go into the
Mm-hmm.
classes inside. But our high school was like literally like horse stables, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was confused. Like it's like little huts that you
Oh
go.
yeah, with the portable classrooms, right? The trailers.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was my
Yeah.
first class. That was my first impression. I walked in the class. People don't really care. I don't think they really
Mm-hmm.
noticed me. And then I walked in Miss Tompkinson. Like, hey, Miss Tompkinson, I'm a new student. I'm Steven. Oh yeah, you are. Go sit over there. And then I had my first class at Carlsbad High. That was interesting.
Yeah, I bet, bro. So, what was your impression of the kind of like the school system of kind of like how you were taught as opposed to like in Indonesia?
Well, it's different. I guess you know how you guys divide your science class. Okay, ninth grade biology, eighth grade physics,
10th
Sorry,
grade physics. Yeah.
10th grade physics,
Yeah.
11th
Yeah.
grade chemistry, or whatever,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So in Indonesia, we took biology, physics, and chemistry all in 1 year. So basically, in 1 year, we have 12 subjects, and
Oh
then we
wow.
stay in the same class for the whole year. We sit in the same seats for the whole year. The teacher switches. When I got to
Mm,
America, it's only 3 classes a day,
yeah.
and we switch rooms, which just makes it kind of exciting. It's kind of like a change of environment a little bit, and I think that's why I
Yeah.
like it a little bit more. But it's that threw me off a little bit, but I just kind of go with the flow and follow
Mm.
everyone what they're doing, and eventually I got used to it.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, that's really cool. Like to think, because it was funny how you bring up the High School Musical and the Glee, because I know you as like a friend, just like you love those movies, bro. Every reference you can, you will try to bring back, which is awesome. You know, those are great
We're
movies,
breaking free. Okay, that was
right? But I can kind of imagine like how the disappointment must have been in your face when you're walking in expecting like the really nice painted walls, like beautiful lockers, like cliques of people like saying, "Oh, it's so good to see you again," and opposed walking and like,
exactly.
what is this can of a classroom?
What I can tell you though, because right after geometry, it was weight training, and that experience terrified me. Because I
Oh
walk in the
yeah.
locker room, and then we all was changing, and the guys were just like, "Yo, what's up, man? Hey, man, you look stupid." I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get shoved in the locker room. My head's gonna go in the toilet anytime soon."
Bro, what the
It,
heck?
it's just what I was mentally preparing, because that's what I watch in movies and stuff. But I
Oh
survived it. No,
man.
everyone was okay and nice. I mean, I was teased a little bit, but everyone was
Hmm.
nice.
That's good, man. Yeah, I don't think I ran into too many problems freshman year. I
Good.
mean, too with other people, of course. With like schooling and whatnot, I wasn't the best student. Freshman year, I struggled a little
Academically,
bit academically. I unfortunately ran into a situation with one of my teachers that me and her just butt heads, and
really.
very very bad. Dude, I still remember her name. Worst, literally, to this day, worst teacher I've ever had,
Give me an initial.
ever. Miss C. She was my English teacher.
I don't know.
Yeah, she was in charge of like that and the speech and debate thing or whatever. But she just, I don't know if she had it out against me, but like a lot of the classes, I became what I felt targeted to. Like, if I didn't understand something, I felt like ridiculed because freshman year I started with English 1 honors. I don't know how. Lord forbid, like I was terrible at reading, sounded like I had a stutter. It was terrible. But I made it into
Dang.
the honors program and I was like, all right, solid. And just from day one, I was like, dude, this is not, this ain't it, chief. This is not it. And yeah, just
Wow.
freshman year definitely made that kind of crappy, but
But other than that, you survived, right?
oh, definitely survived.
Look at
Definitely
us.
survived.
Hey, look
Look
at
at us.
us.
Hey,
Who
look
would
at
have
us. Who
thought?
would have thought? Who would have thought? Say it again.
Say it again.
Who
Who
would
would
have
have thought?
thought? Who would
Paul
have
Rudd.
thought?
So I guess I
Bro,
take it for throughout high school, your hardest class would be English. Do you think? Would that be it?
yes and no. Actually, after freshman year, I would say the most difficult class for me to kind of get a grip with was math.
Really? Which
It
one
was
was
just
the one that you were like struggling really bad throughout the whole out of the whole 4 years?
trig.
Oh, same. I was about to say the same.
Yeah, that class was just. Yeah, I think for that one, I took that either junior year or senior year. I'm not sure. I think it was probably senior year.
Who'd you take it with? Miss who? Initials
Oh
only.
my gosh.
Mine was
Miss.
Miss P.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, frick.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Miss S. I know she got married halfway through the year, but I forgot what it changed. It was Miss S.
Gotcha.
Um,
All right.
Anyways, yeah, don't want to go back too far about those classes, but yeah, it was just interesting. Yeah, kind of. What was your favorite class? Let's go. We just talked about that class. What was your favorite class? You're like, heck yeah, dude, I'm about to
Bro,
wake up and.
that's an easy chamber singers. I made the best
Mm,
memories there. Choir. At the time, I was a big fan of Glee, so I was
yeah,
watching a lot of shows. I'm like, man, being in a show choir must be fun. And then it was kind of lived up to my expectation.
yeah.
Chamber singers, maybe a little bit less because we'd do less dancing, but everything else is great.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, and like you are definitely like a gifted singer. Like I always remember, like outside of high school, whenever we
Stop
hung out in
it.
public, you would just out of nowhere, you would just start kind of going into this song, and people would be like, "Oh my gosh, you're so good!" And I'm over here like, "Hey, I'm tone deaf. You want to hear me kind of try to keep."
Oh.
Like it was bad, but yeah, dude, you're definitely. I could tell like how much you enjoy that. Um,
Cool. So, what out of all the classes that you took, I know some are
yeah.
challenging, some are really
Hmm.
easy, probably for you. But which one, the one that you think you actually took a lot out of? Okay, let me rephrase that. Which class do you think that you learned more? you learned the most that you still apply, whatever you learned to this day?
Like what I benefited the most from?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
No, you're good. I would say for sure my English in junior year with hold on, I need to sneeze. Every
Oh my!
podcast.
Every podcast. Did you fix it? Fix it. Wow. I'm sorry, listeners. Your ears might be bleeding right now.
Was that good though?
Yeah, it was more climactic, but damn.
I'm glad. Hey, bro, I've been practicing every day. But but back to the whole English thing. Yeah, my favorite class that I took away from was English 3 in junior year, which was with Miss I don't care Miss Padilla. Dude, she has
Miss P.
Miss P. To this day, dude, she is still one of my favorite teachers.
Oh, I love her. I
Yeah.
never had her as a class, but I always visited her for lunch because one of my good friends had her class. And every time I walked in with a few of my friends, she's always like, "Oh man, the knuckleheads are here."
You know, what's funny, dude? That is the first place that I met you. I know we were talking about like how I ran into you like over at during lunch and whatnot, but that was where me and you actually started like hanging out. Like it would
I
become like
think
a recent,
so.
right?
You're
And then it would
right.
be
You're
you,
right.
Michael, Dante, and then Manny. Manny was the tall, like
Oh my
yeah, bro.
god.
Yeah. You guys would always come in because I'd just be in that class. I felt safe being in that class, so I'd stay sometimes during lunch and just like work on homework.
That's
And
right.
yeah,
That's right. That's yeah. I think that's where we really connect, Sean.
yeah,
Miss
it
P's
was good.
class. That's
Yeah, dude.
awesome.
Yeah,
Um.
she really taught me to take whatever I was feeling and put it into writing. And say her favorite thing that she told me was, "Don't be afraid of what you write down on a paper if it's truly how you feel. You shouldn't be afraid of how you
Ooh.
feel." I'm like, come on, come on, that's straight
Oh
fire.
my god. That's dope, man. For me, I would say the one
Yeah,
I took away, benefited most from is actually Spanish, because
really.
I had zero exposure to Spanish. I didn't have it until
Mm-hmm.
junior year and senior year, and
Mm-hmm.
I really learned a lot from it. Like I actually remember
Mm-hmm.
everything. So when I started work at Chick-fil-A and I started
Mm-hmm.
communicating to the kitchen people with Spanish, it was actually not
Mm.
hard, and I was able to
Yeah.
actually, if anything, learn more from the words that they say. I was like, hey, well, how do you say this? Like I would
Yeah.
talk to Lala or like Lucy and like, ¿cómo
Mm.
se dice? ¿Cómo se dice this? ¿Cómo se dice this?
Yeah.
But I would say Spanish definitely.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
Next question.
Mm.
Biggest drama that you ever had? Do you have drama?
Oh my goodness.
Only if you want to tell it. Only if you think it's safe enough to tell.
Mm-mm-mm. I gotta try to figure this out. Skirt.
Well,
um,
if you want to mention any name, just give initials.
I'm definitely not gonna say initials or names.
Got it. Got it.
So throughout high school, I was really good friends with this one guy. Me and him aren't friends to this day. Just falling out and whatnot. There was this time he was dating this one girl, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, and all of us are friends, same friend group and whatnot. And this one new kid ended up coming to the school, I think halfway through sophomore and junior year, and he, made his way into the group, good friends with me because we had some classes together, and just eventually started like hanging out with everyone. Some way halfway through the year, my friend and his girlfriend were starting to have problems, but never like breaking up. It was just kind of like the typical high school, like, hey, I love you. Next day, I hate you. Next day, I love, like going back and forth. That new kid ended up kind of like sneaking his way in to the like little breakup situation. And
Oh.
yeah, I remember walking with a group of my friends during lunch to go down to, I think it was, what did we call it? We called it the Lanza store.
Oh my gosh.
And I
I
got
don't
one
really
of
go there very often.
dude, they had some bomb bean and cheese burritos, some Lolas.
Oh really?
Yeah, they were $1 and they were the best things ever, man. Like I actually had one like last year and I was like, yo, memory lane.
I was
um,
broke as hell, bro.
oh, dude, I hustle. I'll tell you about hustling after. But I remember walking and seeing my friend and this chick making out, and I'm like, oh! And I was
Oh.
like, oh, hey guys, like what the heck is going
What the
on?
hell
And
is
they're just
going
like,
on?
you didn't see anything. I'm like, ah ha ha, sure, okay.
What did you
And
do?
I just I ignored it. I ignored it. I was like, I didn't because immediately I didn't think about like, oh, she's dating. I was just like, y'all making out during school. Like, what the heck, bro?
I
Like,
thought you do what you
like
usually do. You turn around and you walk away, like an
okay,
irresponsible adult.
relax. Okay, what I did is I said, oh, for sure, weird. And then I walked away with my friends. We're
Okay,
still
you still
walking,
walked
so
away.
I
Got it.
still
Okay.
walked away.
Damn.
Dang, people are gonna think I'm like some type of coward. No,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
no, like no, I'm chilling. But the next day they were hanging out there again, but I didn't think about anything at this point. So I was walking with my friends, and we ended up walking up and meeting with her boyfriend.
yeah.
And
Oosh.
like, and he was like, "Yo, I'm hungry." I'm like, "Yo, let's go to the Lancer store." We took the same exact route, bro. And I completely forgot that they were there. So I don't know if it's my fault or whatnot, but I didn't think, dude. That's not. I don't think about that. I'm just like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm on food, which is why I look like a meatball, right?
When the food calls.
And when the food calls, you gotta answer, bro. And we ended up walking right past them, and oh my goodness, it was like,
What were they making out?
oh yeah, no, full blown.
Oh my god! But hey, in a way, you kind of saved yourself because you kind of pretended you didn't know anything was happening, right?
Yeah, no, like it was no, literally, and then for the next few days, I was like in the middle of it. They're like, "Why'd you say something?" Like, I didn't say anything. They're like, "Why'd you come back?" I was hungry though, like I wanted food, and yeah, so it became
Dang,
like a
bro.
whole drama thing. I'm actually not friends with any of them to this day, just because everything after high school we just
Yeah,
stopped talking. Everyone,
people grow apart.
yeah, but I think for the rest of high school, just that friend group just started slowly separating. People just went around their own ways, and it was a mess, man. Like that was. Mm-mm. So yeah, man, drama.
Well, I'm glad you got that into memory, but that was a good story.
Yeah, man. So I can say to this day that food saved me that day. I can say I was hungry. That's why I came back.
Food always saves you, man.
Right. So what about you, Mo? What was your most dramatic moment in high
Well,
school?
drama
Mm-hmm.
slash most embarrassing moment of my entire high school
Oh,
slash life ever, I think.
okay.
Um,
Double header. Okay.
yeah, so I'm not gonna mention any names, but so there's
Okay.
this girl that I like. I really liked her. We met in chemistry class.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 11th grade, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember meeting her. She was sitting behind me, and we just connect, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have similar interests. We like the same music, and I remember
Mm-hmm.
we talking about like Jonas Brothers because I like Jonas Brothers, and she was obsessed with Jonas Brothers. If you're listening to this, T, we're cool, we're cool. But I liked her so much, and then I never had the guts to actually say her like, "Yeah, I like you. Let's hang out sometimes or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
There was a game back in the old iPhone. It's called Draw.io. So you send your friends drawing.
Oh yes, bro. Yes, man.
So
Heck yeah.
you send your friends drawing, and then they're supposed to guess what it is. So me and her go back
Yes.
and forth, man. And I think
Mm.
in my head, I was like, man, I got this is it. Like she's responding,
Oh
whatever.
my gosh.
Yeah, because I
I know
was
exactly what you're talking
so
about.
yeah. This is oblivious. So I'm like, prom season came around. This is junior year, and I'm like, all right,
Oh
bet.
my.
I'm planning to go. I got my
I
tux right.
bet.
So typically I'm a pretty ballsy guy. If I know people that I can trust, I will trust them to do crazy stuff.
Hmm.
So one day
Hmm.
I planned to propose her to go to the prom with me. And what I did, I remember I went to Vaughn's, bought a rose, and I bought a card saying you want to go to prom with me. And I went to school the next day.
Uh-huh.
And then it was choir class, chamber singers right before lunch,
Yeah.
right? So actually, the choir class is right after. Sorry, it's right after my chemistry class. So right before choir, I was like, "Hey, girl, can I?" Sorry, let me come back. I said, "Can I talk to you later, sometime during lunch?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." And dude, I used to like walk her to class every day, from chemistry to her class, and then to choir. Sometimes be five
Okay, if
minutes
you're
late. I didn't
listening to
care.
this, make sure you guys are taking notes. This man's doing it right. All right, you're walking to class. All right, that you walk into class. Be a gentleman.
So I told the choir teacher, "Hey, Miss O, there's this thing I want to do at the end of the class. So if you don't mind giving like the last 5 minutes," she's like, "Oh yeah, totally cool. What do you want to do?" So at the time, my choir was learning this new song called "Stand by Me." Dum 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 dum. So at the end of the class, I was like, "Hey guys, can you stay for the last 5 minutes? I want to do something pretty crazy." So
Oh my gosh, my dude.
so the entire choir was practicing instead of dum dum dum. I said instead of that, you guys say prom 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 prom. So we had like reverse it two or three times, and we got it
Uh-huh.
down. All right, great. Now I talked to my teacher. Can you send a class pass to her class so she can come here?
Ah, I
So by the time
remember those.
she
Yeah.
so by the time she gets here, I will sing to everyone. As I would start singing, and I would come out of the closet and like, hey, want to go to prom with me, bro? The choir was ready. They were standing in the risers. I hid in the Miss O's office. Someone sent the pass. She didn't show. She did not show.
Really?
She left me hanging.
Okay, well, are you sure? Okay,
That's not
wait,
the
wait, we,
reason.
we, we
But
okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
it's not that she left me hanging, but she was basically caught off guard and just super thrown off about it. So she basically like fight or flight and then went to lunch because she knew what was going on.
Really?
Yeah. So I was kind of mad at the time, like, man, I can't believe you did this to me, whatever, dramatic, blah, blah, blah. But a week later, I talked to her and like, because she was like, hey, let's talk about this. I'm like, all right, fine. So she
Oh,
was
so
not
she
fine.
knew.
She knew everything.
Ah, what the heck?
She knew everything. And then I talked to her, we cooled it out, and then she said I was not planning on going to prom, so I didn't want to disappoint you in front of the entire choir.
Okay, I respect that.
So I
Okay,
was like,
okay.
oh, okay. But just the embarrassment, bro, the fact that she didn't show up, and then the choir was like looking at me like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, ah, oh, stop it.
It's like, leave me alone.
But that was probably the most dramatic and most
Mm.
embarrassing story of my life / high school life.
Well,
But it was a
hey,
good memory,
like,
man.
yeah, like it at least she had that respect, like rip your heart out in front of everyone else,
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
something not a lot of people will be able to do today. They'd be like, shoot, I'm a do it for the gram, and I'm gonna hurt you in front of a couple thousand people on Instagram Live. What's
Hey,
up,
100% do it for
you
the
know,
TikTok.
bro? Big facts, bro. You can't even say do it for the Vine anymore. It's do it for the TikTok,
Do
bro.
it for the TikTok. Oh my gosh. What about your best memory, Shawn? What would you say the event or like certain memories in high school that you're like, I'm gonna remember this forever? Like this is the day, this is the night, this is the afternoon that like, man, this was just the best. This is what I took away from high school.
I can answer this in like kind of two parts. There's two ways that I can say this. There's the most memorable, as in like, damn, this sucks, and then there's another one where I was like, yo, heck yeah, like I could really vibe on this. I'll start off with heck yeah, I could vibe on this, and I'll leave
Hit
the
me.
juicier. Yeah. So get your tea ready, folks. Get that water boiling. Get your tea ready to go.
That's the
Um,
T.
that's the tea on the first one. So basically, where I was like, yes, I really loved high school was I took Avid.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, Avid. So I took that freshman and sophomore year, and sophomore year is where I kind of had a lot of those friends. I came out of my shell a lot more. I was able to kind of hang out with a lot more friends, and at that time, actually had a lot of friends that were females.
Right.
Just because I wasn't pursuing relationships at the time, I was really just like, "Yo, you're funny," like, and I was funny at the time. I think I don't know if they were laughing at me because they felt bad, but it worked,
I,
right?
I
It
thought you
worked.
I thought you were funny, man. Don't
Right.
do that to yourself.
There you go. No, so I had a lot of those friends that were in Avid with me, so I would just be able to hang out with those guys.
Yeah.
And I think one of the coolest moments was we were all hanging out during lunch, and I wasn't too keen on like hanging out with a lot of people. It was more so just like, hey, yeah, I know you. I'll just kind of sit with like whoever is like immediately around me and chill. And I remember this one person actually ended up having their license, and they're 16, 17 at the time. So they're like, yeah, let's all drive out to lunch. And I'm
Oh
like,
no.
oh, that sounds cool, and I just really didn't think anything of it. And people walking out, like 4 or 5 people, and they looked at me like, you want to come, dude? I'm like, yes, are you kidding me? And they invited me to something. And at that time, I was like, this is so cool. And I didn't have any money, so I don't even know why I said yes. I was like, yo, just being able to go hang out with people.
Yeah.
And we ended up driving to Carl's Jr. And the guy was like, you want something, bro? I'm like, I don't have money. He's like, no, I didn't ask if you had money. I was like, do you want something? And I was like, oh, shoot. And just that one lunch period, I became such good friends with those people. Um, and just that was probably like during high school. I was like, yeah, dude, I still think about that lunch to this day. It was just so much fun.
That's nice. It's like you're very welcome to the group, like out of nowhere.
Exactly,
Caught you off
exactly.
guard a little bit, right?
Yeah, and honestly though, I was so happy about it because from that point on, I was able to kind of understand what it felt like to be included. So I would always do my best to include others who just looked like they weren't hanging out with anyone or just felt like a little left out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now part two. Oh my gosh, this
Deathly
one.
Hallows Part 2.
Oh my gosh, bro. Okay.
Spill it. Spill the beans.
So, no, this was senior year prom.
Oh.
I never went to prom or homecoming up until that point. I never went to school dances. It was just not my scene. I wasn't about it. I ended up going senior year, right? And I went with this group of people that I was pretty good friends with. Had really good friends in there, but I didn't have a date, and I didn't realize that no one like everyone else did in that group. So it was kind of like, what? I'll still go. Like I'm not tripping on it. Didn't really care at the time, but 2 or 3 weeks prior, I ended up asking this one girl who to go to prom with me, and it was just like a simple like I didn't do anything extravagant. I was just like I was straightforward like, hey, I think you're really pretty. You're really cool. We get along really well. Do you want to go to prom? I mean, be honored. It'll be really cool. And she said, no, I'm actually planning on going to someone else. I'm so sorry. I just don't want to go with you, basically.
Okay.
Um,
Damn.
so I was like, oh, cool, that's fine, that's fine. I ended up hearing about it like a week later that she was like didn't want to go in general. No one actually asked her. She just didn't want to go with me. So I was like, that's
Wow.
fine, but like just say no. Anyways, that's I don't know if I'm over dramatizing, but anyways, night of prom, right? We all hang out at this one person's house, and I thought it was just gonna be like the six of us, so we carpool. We ended up going to like we
Don't do
ended up
that. I told you, don't do
stop.
that.
We
Tell the
ended
story and
up
then laugh. What?
so we ended up going to another person's house. This person had a big house, and it was in Carlsbad, right next to the golf course.
Oh,
So their
wow.
backyard overlooked the golf course, bro. Right?
Dang.
And there's like 16, 17 other couples there, and me and my buddy are the only ones there without a couple. And he's the photographer. So I was basically by myself, and these guys are all taking like a group picture with the couples, and they're just like, Shawn, what are you doing over there by yourself? Get over here, come take a picture with us. And I was like, okay, cool. In my overgrown suit that's like covering my fingers. I just look like I'm wearing daddy's suit. And I walk over there. I don't know where to stand. So guess what I do? I stand right in the middle in between like two different couples. And it was just like the most awkward thing
Oh my
ever, bro. It was
God.
because I guess I was actually standing in front of this one girl, blocked her in the picture, just completely. I looked like a bum, dude. But it was bad. So that
Wow.
was like the little foreplay of that. We ended up going to prom, having a good time, hanging out with my friends and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, and the funny thing is that being my first dance, I didn't understand. There's levels to the dance circle. I had no idea about this. I didn't watch YouTube videos on it. I wasn't given the 101 on dance circles. But let me put it in perspective. The outside circle, you got the people just vibing to the music, right? Like you seen Hitch?
Yeah.
The elbows, like this is where you dance. That's basically the people like the Will
Yeah,
Smith
yeah,
dance,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
One level closer, you got people kind of a little slow dance with their partner, just vibing. Another step closer, you got people, starting to act a freak, right? They started to throw down a little more.
Right, right.
I end up making it towards the middle of the circle, bro. I swear I was at some type of freaking like it felt like an orgy, bro. Yo, so many people were throwing it back. There was clothes on the floor. I'm like, what the frick is going on?
Who
I
got
saw the
undressed?
I saw the prom queen throwing it back so hard on the prom king. I was like, this is porn. This is basically what porn is like. I'm so uncomfortable. It got really hot and sweaty. People were dripping. I'm like, why are you guys going this hard though? Like,
This
what
is
the
senior year
heck?
prom?
This is senior prom. People were going to town,
Bro,
dude.
so when all those things are happening, I was probably a few feet away from you, bro.
Bro, I was shook. Okay, but there's two more parts to this one. I ended up going to the bathroom, and the guy's bathroom is empty. But you go to the walk past the girls' bathroom, everyone's outside crying. I was like, what the
Why?
heck is going? I don't know. Either they got dumped or something happened. But there's just so many girls upstairs like crying. I'm like, yo, what the frick is going on?
Oh, probably the date left her. I don't know.
Right?
Sometimes. Bro, that
Funny
should be
thing
your
about
chance.
that.
Like, hey, you want to dance? What are you talking
Frick
about?
no, bro. Frick no. I was vibing.
Let me
I
wipe the
we
tears off your face.
I ended up going downstairs, and the cool thing about our prom is it was like a speakeasy type, like
Yeah, yeah.
that was the
The
theme. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, so bottom floor was actually like the last floor was kind of like a gambling, like poker tables, and it was
Yeah.
like really cool. Second floor dance floor, third floor bathrooms. I ended up to the last floor, hung out with friends, came back upstairs just in time for the slow dance. It was so awkward, bro. You could see like how there's like slow dance couples in the middle and everyone on the outside just kind of waiting to be asked. Guess who I saw on the outside?
The
That one
girl
chick that
that
said
you
no to
asked.
me.
Ah!
I was like, that's what you get. You never say no to me again.
That's
It
what
was just
you
funny,
get.
right?
Oh my god.
Okay, it gets better. We end up leaving. Everyone at this time vibing, right? They're vibing with their date, their couple. They're, in that little high school romance.
Right.
I'm in the passenger seat, bro, and all I hear behind me. And the funny thing is, the driver has her date that's sitting right behind her too. So
Wait,
they're
who's
kind
the
of.
driver? Is the driver driver, or is it like someone who's actually in high school with
It
us?
was in high school with us,
Okay, got it.
and he had his date behind him. So
Okay.
he was getting like a shoulder massage, and behind me, bro, I hear three other couples straight making out, bro.
Oh,
So uncomfortable to hear, bro. It's like listening to someone like lick a lollipop and like eat peaches at the same time, but like from six other people, and I'm in the front seat. I'm like, what the frick is going on, bro? So uncomfortable, dude.
but you had your elbow. You
Oh
know.
my, ew, bro. What? Who thinks of the elbow? What the hell?
You don't do the elbow when you feel left out.
No, bro. I've never heard that.
I guess that's a me thing. Wow.
Emphasis on a you thing, bro. I've never heard that before.
That's a
Yeah,
conversation for a different episode, I think.
there you go. But yeah, that was basically high school
Wow,
prom
that's
for me in a
crazy.
nutshell, dude. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I still think about it to this day. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Oh my god.
Hmm.
I'm really I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But I mean, my next topic was like of course, one of the best memories of high school, but mine was literally, yeah, the prom, senior year
Yeah,
prom. I guess it went a little different than you did. I was dating someone at the time,
yeah.
and we went, and it was just magical, bro. For me
I'm
at
so
least, it
glad,
was
bro.
magical.
Yeah.
It was literally the prom that I could have dreamed of. You know,
Oh,
like
that's
her dress
awesome.
was beautiful. She looked beautiful. I got my tux on. She got corsage. We took a group picture. We got into the limo and everything. And
What the heck?
we had dinner at Casa de Bandini at Carlsbad Forum. It was
Ooh.
yeah, it was bougie and everything. And then it was just super relaxing. There was like 11 of us in the bus. We went to the
Mm.
prom area, and then we were dancing. I remember the song was "I Wanna Scream and Shout and Let It
Yeah.
All Out." And then we took pictures. I still have some pictures actually. But
Mm-hmm.
the best moments is this. So when I was dating this girl, actually, fun fact, she's still my girlfriend now.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just two different sessions of relationship. But
Yeah.
when we were dating, we had a playlist of
Uh-huh.
Steven and E's playlist.
Yeah.
And we have this one song. It was trending at the time. It was Hunter
Uh-huh.
Hayes. And I just wanna hold you tight, wanna kiss. So that's kind of like our thing. Bro,
Yeah.
during the slow dance, they play that. I was like,
Oh.
bro. And I remember we kissed, we slow danced, we hugged. And I remember going home. I was just like, man, nothing can top that for a long time. I don't
Yeah.
think anything can top that night for like a really long time. I don't think it has,
Oh,
really.
that's so sweet, bro.
Yeah, so it was magical. So I'm sorry that yours went a little bit different, but
Honestly, no, it makes perfect sense why that would happen to me. But I'm so I'm so hyped, that you're still with her and just like being able to hear how you're able to make that because that's a one time thing, and it sounds like you
yeah.
came out really well on that.
But I guess what's funny is like if someone were to make a movie about this, like a flashback, like
Oh, for sure.
tell your perspective story and my perspective, but everything we're like only 2 feet apart, you know.
It would definitely make sense, bro.
Yeah.
It would be perfect,
Little
bro.
did we know those two guys who were standing 2 feet apart, one having two different nights than the other, is gonna make a
Mm-hmm.
podcast one day talking about this moment.
Right? It's
Yeah.
insane.
And all right,
Oh.
down to the last topic, Shawn. How did you end
Mm-hmm.
high school? How did you feel? What did you do? Did you party hardy? Did you go to grad night? Did you go to knots? What was it?
Mm.
Tell me.
So I loved um, ending high school, primarily because it was like kind of working up to it, and my change from freshman year to senior year. I started losing weight a little more. I was doing
Yeah, you
MMA at the
did.
time,
You
so I
definitely
was
lost weight.
very, yeah, I was at the point, at where I was making a change. From I hate to admit it, but freshman year, dude, I had like a 1.5 GPA. I just did not care. But I graduated high school with like a 3.4, like a 3.5. So I
Wow.
made that actually. I was like, yo, I'm done screwing around. I changed. I was like, I'm going about this change.
You're
And
my inspiration. You
uh,
bring
uh
feeling into my life.
no, but
Anyways,
leaving high school, it was surreal.
yeah.
Finally, getting everything to be paid off for,
Yeah.
but dude, I would say for sure, grad night was so much fun. It's still a little awkward, but it was so much fun.
What more
Um,
awkward things happen here?
bro, it's me we talking about, bro. When do awkward things not happen to me? So we
You
ended up
gotta.
going to Six Flags for grad night.
Yeah, we
It
did.
was so much fun, right? We ended up going, and my biggest fear at the time going to grad night is we all had the big buses.
Yeah.
Remember? Everyone is already pairing off, and the coolest thing is that one of my good buddies at the time, I haven't talked to him in a little bit. He's in the military and whatnot. But he's like, "Yo, I'm sitting next to you on the bus, bro. We're gonna rage." I'm like, "Heck yeah, bro!" And he was one of the guys that was like kind of in the upper like popularity class. So I'm like, "Heck yeah, bro! I'm ending off high school on a good note. We hanging out with this guy."
Ah, gotcha.
On our way there, bro, like our chauffeurs or like
Bus
what's that? Yeah.
drivers,
No, it was more so like the chaperones.
chaperones, got
Yeah,
it.
inside they were college students that went
Really?
to high school. That went to Carlsbad, so they were like chill, but at the same time they were kind of like, "Yo, let's just be smart about it." On our way there, I guess people ended up smoking weed or being like in the
What?
bus. We stop off the freeway, like not on the freeway, but like off the exit. Like, check this out. You guys keep smoking, we'll turn around and we won't like. We'll that'll be it. Like that'll be it. That's how you guys end high school. So we sit there for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. They figure it out. They end up calling their parents. They come pick up that kid,
Get
and the
out!
yeah,
Really?
dude, it was weird. Um, the bus driver says, "All right, let's turn up." It starts playing some music, and we ended up going like Six Flags, and we're like, "Yeah, let's go." Um, the craziest thing is like our demographic for Carlsbad High School, predominantly white and predominantly Mexican. Like I would
Yeah.
say that's a good mix, right? So me being Blasian, we didn't see a lot of black people. We
Yeah.
ended up going to Six Flags on the same night. I feel as like every high school in San Diego County and Orange County.
Yeah.
Bro, when I tell you, I've never seen. This sounds weird. So many black people, bro. At one time, me and
Really?
my buddy were like, "Let's go!" We were so hyped about. Yo, people were going down. They had DJ stands everywhere, bro.
That's right.
I saw a girl grinding on a girl, grinding on a girl, grinding on a guy in front of the DJ booth. I'm like, "What is
Whoa!
going
It's a human
on?"
centipede.
Ew, bro. That's not what that is. That's not what that is.
Sorry.
Ew. No, but we went on all the roller coasters, dude, and just it was so much fun, bro. Awkward part, ready?
Yeah.
He ends up fighting his girlfriend halfway through the night. Him and her end up going with her friend group, and I'm left by myself by the end of the night.
Bro, again?
Right, dude? And then luckily I ended up running into them like right before we left, and they kiss, make out, go on different buses, and again everyone for some reason is paired off on our bus, and people are vibing, sleeping next to each other. It's just me and my buddy sitting next to each other in the middle of the bus. I'm like, dude, don't get any ideas, don't hold my hand, don't do nothing, bro. And it's just us, dude. It was yeah.
Bro, you could have called me. I was with Michael, Dante, and Caesar. We just dudes with no couples.
Bro, at the time I didn't even think about it, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It was just yeah.
For me,
It
I
was-
guess for me, grad night was very fun because like you said, the DJ was great.
Yeah.
But I really conquered my fear that night on roller coasters. I
Yeah.
went on the rides that I didn't think I would ever win.
Bro,
like-
Goliath.
I didn't go to Goliath, but I went on X2. I thought X2 was probably the
Oh.
most extreme one I've ever been to. But
Yeah.
Tatsu, it took so
Really?
much conviction for Michael and Dante to drag me in there.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those roller coasters that they hang you, so the railing's on top. So
Yeah.
there's nothing under you. It's just
Yeah.
you're in air. But we ended up running that ride 3 times, bro, because I loved it
So
so much.
excited!
So excited! Love you, Kev. But yeah, man, that was grad night, and the best part, I would say,
Yeah.
the entire graduation process. I had my girlfriend at the time, and my parents came over from Indonesia to see me graduate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not my sisters, but it was just them. But it was
That's
great.
So cool.
It was
That's
great.
so cool, bro. That's so good to hear, man. Yeah, bro. High school, I feel like really looking back. Okay, let me ask you this: if there's one thing you could tell your high school version of you
Yeah.
from what you know today, what would be those? What would be the one thing that you could be like, hey,
Well, I would tell you, you're already crazy. You're already ballsy to do things. Get
Yeah.
ballsier.
Mm,
Get
Definitely.
ballsier. Yeah. But be responsible, but ballsier. That's what I would tell him. Yeah. Life's fun.
send it a little more.
Hell yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Life's fun.
heck yeah, bro. Absolutely, absolutely.
What about you?
I would say for me, don't let others' opinions of you change who you are on the inside. Bah, bah, bah. Yeah, it was good.
I don't know. I just made it up.
No, you're good. Out of high school, I think like a year or two out of high school, I ended up dating someone who ended up breaking up with me because I started getting out of shape again. And that's when I went on this whole journey, which is an episode for another topic or topic for another episode of me, getting into the shape I am now and just working out a lot more and just
Yeah.
letting what they say kind of change me. So if I could tell that high school person or of me, just be like, yo, stay true to who you are, bro. You're
Motivation, man. Yeah.
absolutely, man.
Prove them you
Absolutely.
can.
Absolutely, bro. You know
Absolutely.
this. You know this.
Yeah. I can't believe it's been 7 years, but we definitely made great memories. High school, and I feel very lucky to be able to experience American high school.
Absolutely, man.
It's quite an experience.
Hmm.
It's quite a journey.
Yeah. So, real quick, before whatever, we both love movies, right?
Yeah.
What would you describe if you could describe your high school experience in a movie? What would it be?
Oh my God, really?
Absolutely, bro.
Something. It has to be like a fish out of water story, you know, because that's definitely I think what happened. I
Yeah.
always start from nothing, knowing nobody, and second language, whatever, to in a pretty good place at the end.
Yeah.
Um, what about you? Let me ask you first, then. Hopefully, it can give me inspiration. What's your
The Revenant.
the
Because in that movie, if you haven't seen it, it's a really good movie. I recommend seeing it. But you know how like every single time that you feel like something good is happening and something bad happens. 100% what I experienced throughout high school. Just like as soon as I was like, "Yo, this is going good," boom, something else happens, and then I'm like, "Oh, this is comfortable." Then boom, here's another one. So and
So
then
which one is the bear attack then? It's got to be early in the
freshman year,
movie.
are you kidding me, bro?
So,
Freshman year, dude, I got mauled by the bear, man, and that was my English teacher.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah. Just basically, and the drama was the attack of the Indians, and just yeah, man, it was just the
Okay,
Revenant.
I guess the other. Okay, I guess my movie would be Wolf of Wall Street. Start from zero, and I got somewhere.
Bro, you're okay. I was gonna say you're gonna have to explain a lot because there's a lot of stuff that goes on in
Okay.
that movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
As some of you may know, Wolf of Wall Street, there's a lot happening in that movie, but I'm talking about in the perspective of he started from zero. He
Mhm.
started being a stockbroker in New York, and then it fell down, and then he became Jordan Belfort. I guess it's the same for me. I came from nothing and then worked my way up, and
Mhm.
I was in a pretty good place, at least for me, at the
Yeah.
very end. So
Started from the bottom. Now you're here.
yeah, but
Hey.
none of the hooker cocaine drugs experience happened. Trust me, that was just in the movie. All right, well, it was a pleasure talking to you, Shawn. Those are really
Yeah.
fun memories. Those are really
Mhm.
wonderful memories that we definitely should cherish for the rest of our lives.
Definitely.
Hopefully, in the next few episodes, we get to have some guest stars coming along.
Mhm.
And
We already
I know
have someone in mind, and that's your guys are gonna be excited. Can I give them a little teaser, like a little what to
sure.
expect? This person, you guys can expect them coming up in the fashion industry, like
Woo.
definitely a good taste in fashion, and just like kind of starting to blow up. And your guys, if you love fashion and just the whole modeling game, and just you know, spunky, I guess you could say spunky.
Yeah.
You guys should definitely tune in. Tell your friends about it. You guys aren't gonna want to miss that episode.
Heck yeah. So we can't wait for that guest star. You already reach out to her, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, you did. So thank you guys for listening. It's been an honor. Thank you guys for listening to
Hmm.
the past episode too. Let me know your feedback on the comments below and subscribe and like the video. As
Absolutely.
always,
Yeah.
yeah, Shawn. And then I think that's where we're going to end the video.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Always, yeah, and leave in the comments, like, what you guys have for breakfast. Like, you guys kind of hear how basic and boring my breakfasts are,
Bro, we
but
should make a merch.
yeah.
What's for breakfast?
I'm down, bro. Yeah, bro, we might do that as well. I think that would be really
Yeah.
cool. On that note, love you guys. Much appreciation, I think that is a good night from Shawn the Blasian.
And I hope you guys have a great week. And that's a sign off from Steven Silalahi.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye bye.